Primetime.
Primetime. What time is it? Showtime Primetime.
It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.
I would clean that bone about as good as anything.
Matt Hayes.
The guys they had last year, terrible.
And Leon Searcy.
Mama know that when you get to camp, you ain't going to see a lot of Big Daddy.
What a good day. What a beautiful day we are treated to here on the First Coast. It is our XL Primetime Christmas tournament, benefiting Toys for Tots, the XLP Christmas here at the Golf Club of South Hapton. And it is overcast. It is a little cooler, but I tell you what, I'll take this all day compared to the rain we had on Sunday at the bank. So welcome in XL Primetime. Matt Hayes back. And look, we were sorry about the loss of your mother, but she had a great life, Maddie.
93 years.
Yeah, 90, because we talked about it at the beginning of the show yesterday that you were away to attend your mother's funeral. So prayers and wishes in the family, right? They all, that's great. That's awesome.
I appreciate
it. We can, what did you say, Leon, as far as how long you wanted to go?
Oh, 92.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah,
is that a random number? That's the number you decide.
That's the contract the Men University just sign off on.
And he said he would just have one last smoke and one last sip.
I'm going to have a bourbon, a cigar, and a rocking chair with all my family inside. My last puff, I'm gone.
Yep.
Yeah,
I write the script.
I know that TLD is going to outlive me, so I don't know exactly how long it's going to be, but I've already told you guys, you just have one instruction, and that's just to toss a bag of fried chicken in there when they throw sand on me, okay? That's all I'm asking.
I'll take 93 right now.
Yeah,
right now.
Exactly.
I'm very happy.
Listen, I don't know. My first number has an 8 next to it, or my first number is an 8. I'm not even thinking about a 9. 9 would be an absolute bonus. KC is now 87. My dad, he probably outlived way the hell more than he expected. But we are out here. We got all sorts of things going on. A little lunch set up with Zaxby's and Smoothie King. Thanks to them. We've got the Ale House on one side, Carrabba's on the other side. We've got Good Boys Vodka. We've got Bold City Beer. We've got Bud Light. We've got Modelo. We've got all of our people participating and having a good time today. And they want to make sure everybody else has a good time. And you see some of the lady golfers. They're dressed up in their reindeer gear. They're fired up and ready to go. And we've even seen some style outfits from the dudes. Yeah, it's a little chilly. But I think we'll be good to go. I think we'll be firing at flags as the day goes along today. All right, so as we get it going, and we were just handing off from Jaguars today, that, Leon, the importance of games in December, and especially when you get back to practice on a Wednesday, and you've been great just in terms of kind of give us an idea how the focus shifts and how it ramps up and so on and so forth. And you and Coach Duff did a great job of it yesterday. But it is back at practice day today, and it's almost like you got to reset your clock, right?
Well, I mean, it's routine. I mean, the last couple of games, the Jaguars have played well. You know, the Titans game, the Colts game. So, I mean, you shouldn't refrain from doing anything different that you already been doing.
Right.
Be about the business of ball. When you walk into that facility, it's all about football. It's all about getting better. It's all about the film, the study, the training, getting healthy, putting the energy and effort into the practicing with the intensity, with the attention to detail. So all the stuff all the little nuances that you were doing over the last couple of weeks to get you to this point, no need to change.
Yeah.
No need to change anything about it. Go about the business of ball.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because that game ended, and all I was thinking was Sunday into Monday, it was nothing about the Jags. It was all about Danny Jones' Achilles.
Yeah, it's true.
It was all about how the Colts are collapsing. It was all about how, this team is surging in the AFC, how the Chiefs are dying, how the Chargers are there, how the Bills are surging. Nothing about this team that's 9-4. This team that was 4-13 last year, and how they're 9-4 with a very manageable schedule.
Right.
Looking at 12 or 13 wins.
Yeah. And like I said, I was being July Joe, and I had him in the double-digit win category because I was feeling pretty good about the direction of this team once the new coaching staff and Big Bo and Jimmy Gladstone's and all of them were brought in. And I was expecting the rebirth of Trevor. But then once the season did unfold, I wasn't seeing it like that nearly as clearly as July Joe did. But it is in front of them right now. And it's a good time, if you're a Jaguar fan, good time to be alive.
I mean, the most glorious Jags fan, the most sun is always up Jags fan, could never have thought it was 9-4 after 13 games. Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah. And so I feel like, Leon, like you were optimistic too. But
I was. Not this optimistic.
Yeah.
I had him at 10-7.
Yeah.
Remember when we broke it down?
Our predictions,
I had him at 10-7. But I mean, they're gonna fly by 10-7. If they play the way they play in the last couple of weeks, they're gonna fly by 10-7. I'm looking at 13-12 wins right now, and with this team the way they're playing. And you're right, they're not getting a lot of credit nationally. They're making up all kind of excuses why the AFC has dropped. Well, KC's down. The Texans are hot. The Colts have got a 44-year-old quarterback to come in and play for them and save them. And now no one's saying anything about the Jaguars, and I like that. You know why I like it?
Right.
Because I want to fuel the fire each and every week. I hope this team uses manufactured disrespect, because they are. They get disrespected. But in their minds, and that's all that matters, in their minds they feel like they're getting disrespected. And when this team plays pissed off, they play pretty well.
Yeah, plus I like sneaking up. Sneaking up's good, especially when you start talking about you're in the postseason. There's 14 teams left. Sneaking up's really good.
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, they're in a prime situation right now if their quarterback continues to play well. Because at the end of the day, that's what's got to happen. He's got to play well. Because when you start to get ready for these playoff games, you start talking about, you're in a situation where you're going to play two very important games to get you to a critical game, right? Your guy, you have to look, and I know it's one game at a time, and I've been the guy that's been saying one game at a time, but you've got to start realizing that guy's got to play well game after game after game. And it's not just Trevor, it's any quarterback among those 14.
Oh, yeah.
Because if that quarterback doesn't play well game after game after game, you're going to be out of the playoffs quickly.
Well, I feel like we're looking at a couple of other teams that are right there, and we can use the Buffalo Bills as an example that have been stretched to the limit a number of times. They've been beaten when you didn't expect them to go down in defeat, and yet they're still right there. They were able to take care of business against the Bengals. But you look at the New England Patriots now, that's the new kid in town, I guess if you want to say it that way, because now people are looking at them going like, whoa. They just came in and snatched the AFC East away from the Buffalo Bills.
And why?
Yeah.
Because the guy at the most important position in the field is playing at an elite level.
He's playing out, and he's playing at an MVP level.
Yes, that's
because
kind of my point.
Yeah, that's what they're talking about. He is, I believe, the betting favorite right now.
And he's
here's another
and they've only played one team with a winning record.
That too, but
Right.
here's another thing. Why are the Eagles struggling? Because the player at the most important position on the field is struggling.
Because number one's not.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And he knows that he basically cost his team a ball game the other night because he could not either find the open guy or deliver the football on time. And so, yeah, it had an impact.
I know I hate to simplify it like that, and I know the offensive line is critical. I know guys getting open is critical. I know the run game is critical and the defense. But at the end of the day, that's the most important position.
Oh, my gosh,
That's
yeah.
where you win and lose.
But let's think about it now, okay? When you go through a handful of the other teams, and it is a quarterback-driven league. It has been and
it's a
pretty
quarterback-driven
much
sport.
Yeah, pretty much always will be. But you do have some of these certain cases where Tom Brady gets beat by a pass rush, that kind of thing, because it definitely can happen. You have to have those other parts.
No doubt.
I think we all know that. Last
saw it happen
year,
to Mahomes in the Super Bowl.
Well, heck, just look at last year's defensive line and Saquon Barkley. And both of them did to Mahomes and the Chiefs what maybe people didn't forecast or expect. You got to have it all. But you still need to have that engineer at the top.
Well, here's the thing. The reason why I think the Eagles are struggling so mightily is the fact that I think last year the run game set up the pass,
right?
And now the pass is trying to set up the run. It's kind of they need to flip it back. But first of all, the offensive line is not as good as it was last year. Let's go ahead and put that out. Saquon is obviously he's struggling because the offensive line is not blocking effectively. And I think that the whole thing with the dynamics between A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts, getting him the ball, I think that he may be forcing it more than he should be, or forcing the passing game more than he should be.
Oh, I think so.
He looks really inaccurate.
Yeah.
Really inaccurate. And that's what we've been talking for how many years about Trevor. His biggest issue is his inaccuracy.
Yeah.
And that's really where Jalen Hurts is right now. He's just not throwing the ball accurately.
Well, I'd have to go back and look at Jordan Love, but his completion percentage has come down as well. And Jordan Love has also been able to manufacture a few of those plays, and then sometimes the well runs dry, and you're trying to figure it out. Now, he's still got a decent defense to go along with him, but that was also a pretty damn big ball game that he played the other day against the Chicago Bears when everything, a lot was on the line when it came to the NFC North.
Now, in defense of Jalen Hurts, he only had 2 interceptions going into that
right,
game.
Exactly. He's not played terribly,
but he hasn't really
played winning ball.
He hasn't. They haven't won because of him, which is what they've done the last 3 years.
Yeah,
they're now winning with him.
And I think that's what it boils down to for Trevor is that you're seeing him take not ownership, but taking a big step forward and he's minimizing the mistakes, and he's making more bigger plays. What does that add up to, man? That adds up to good, man. That adds up to dubs. If you can lock in both of those, then that's where you want to be. And this football team is now playing complementary football. Everyone says, what is that? It's like the classic question, what is balance? Why do you need balance? Well, because when they take one thing away, you got the other thing that you can count on. Mm-hmm. Complementary football, same exact thing. When one thing happens good, another thing needs to follow it with good.
I also think this is critical, too, and I think we'll get into this later in the show, is I think now we're at the point where you're starting to see Liam Cohen's coaching pay off with Trevor.
Yeah.
Because it might have taken 2 months. It might have taken 10 games. But now it's starting to unfold. Now you're starting to see his comfort in the offense, his comfort in what they're doing, his ability to, quote-unquote, let it rip. Mm-hmm. And now it's starting to pay off.
Yeah, simple as that. All right, we got so much to get into today. We will definitely keep it going here at the Golf Club of Southampton. It's the new home of the Guggen, and they are looking forward to what comes up next year with their renovation, everything that's going on. So big stuff here at the Golf Club of Southampton. That's Derek DeStefano with all the vowels except you. Simple as that.
He's
him
got
and
some
Willie.
Lamb chops, too.
Yeah,
going.
him and Willie and Jimmy and all of them are getting it going. Oh, he likes to rock the burns, man. He's got those sideburns. But yeah, but a shout out to Allie and everybody else here that made sure that we got a great spread later on. The food and beverage director, she always is killing it. So we appreciate everybody here for getting it done the right way for what is a special XL Primetime Christmas with Toys for Tots. The Marines are here. We're going to get it going in just a few minutes. It is XL Primetime.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. Get the weekend feeling all day Friday.
Best feeling in the world, isn't it?
That's why we give you Pre-Game Friday.
You're going to love this.
Get the news, notes, and inside stuff you need to get ready for game day. Built by Dreamfinders Homes on 1010XL.
Hey, Duval, here's your chance to be face-to-face with the Jags as they take the field on game day. Jump in the shadows and experience the Jaguars like never before. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows for your chance to be part of the action. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C., 18 and older. Entry periods for the sweepstakes are from 8/4/25 to 12/21/25. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, N.A. member FDIC.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm dedicated to helping businesses manage risk, maximize opportunities, and move their company forward. Jimerson Burr attorneys are business-oriented lawyers, equally comfortable as community leaders, private transaction counselors, or courtroom advocates. If you have a legal issue of any kind affecting your business, contact the firm at 389-0050 or jimersonfirm.com.
When it comes to glass, you don't want average. You want flawless. Duval Glass and Mirror has transformed homes and businesses across Jacksonville for over 35 years. Frameless showers that wow. Mirrors cut exactly to your style. Fogged or broken glass replaced. Decorative tabletops. Windows replaced or repaired to stand up to Florida storms. All backed by a 100% guarantee. Visit DuvalGlass.com for your free quote. There's only one name for glass and mirror around these parts. It's Duval.
What's happening, beautiful people? It's your main man, E to the T here. And cool air, open trails, and that perfect Florida winter sunshine, woo! It's the season to get outside and explore Clay County. From Christmas parades and hometown festivals to holiday markets and local theater shows, holiday magic is lighting up every corner of Clay County. Get outside, get moving, and get active. Come see everything happening this season at exploreclay.com. That's exploreclay.com.
At Trinity Christian Academy, students excel in academics, grow in faith, and lead with purpose. Students excel in the classroom and on the field. TCA Athletics has won 14 state championships, and 30 athletes have gone pro. Families choose TCA for strong academics, biblical teaching, and a community that partners with parents every step of the way. Seats in K3 through 12th grades are filling fast, so apply now at tcajax.org. tcajax.org.
Come to Monahan Jewelers' 48th annual holiday sale now with up to 30% off on GIA certified diamonds and up to 40% off our entire store. Certified diamonds, gemstones, engagement rings, diamond studs, designer brands. We're not a big box store. We're your local family jeweler with an amazing hand-picked inventory for every budget. And with interest-free financing, enjoy beautiful jewelry with a low monthly payment. Support your local family jeweler this Christmas with up to 40% off our entire inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach open 7 days a week in December.
Julington Creek Pest Control has been serving our community since 1984. Our turf management program is an all-out blitz, granular fertilization, weed and insect control, keeping your lawn championship green all year. Quarterly pest control stops bugs before they ever cross your goal line. Family owned, locally operated, expert technicians, top quality products, no gimmicks, just winning results. Julington Creek Pest Control, our family serving yours since 1984.
The Sawgrass Marriott Golf Resort and Spa is the perfect place for indulging in a pampering spa treatment. This holiday season, if you'd like to give the gift of wellness, get a gift card and take advantage of the spa's current promotion. With the purchase of a $75 gift card or more, guests get a credit towards a future service. With healing massages, revitalizing facial treatments, and more, a day at the Sawgrass Spa makes the perfect gift for everyone. Purchase in person at Sawgrass Spa during operating hours.
Introducing the Jags Stack at Firehouse Subs. A sub so bold, we had to name it after the team that roars. Packed with protein and made to satisfy a football-sized appetite. It's stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, and roast beef. Topped with provolone fresh veggies and our new Duval drizzle. Order the new Jags Stack in the app right now. Available for limited time at participating Jacksonville Firehouse Subs restaurants. The hottest subs in
Duval! 1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
One thing that I had to make sure I showed Big Surse before I get out there on the golf course with the XL Primetime Christmas benefiting Toys for Tots, a Big Surse, Little Surse, okay?
Okay.
And so I'm going to cut the top of that one, and that will be – now, even though you say that's a back nine –
No, well, this is the little Surse.
It's a little Surse.
It's a little Surse.
That is a little Surse.
Yeah, this will get you about 4 holes.
Yeah. That's 4 holes for
That's
you.
4
It may
holes.
be
Yeah, absolutely.
It may be a whole round.
It's contained pretty well. I was looking to see if there was any cracks or anything like that.
No.
So wherever you put it, you took care of it.
I got a little humidor. What about that old school right there that you got going on? You bundled up. You got an old Jacksonville Bulls.
Old Jacksonville Bulls T-shirt on, yeah.
Which is pretty sweet. All right, so we're hanging out at the Golf Club of South Hapton. Big Sur Zabati will take it after this seg and just ride on through to the finish line because I'm going to be out there and hopefully having a good time. Like we said, we got a bunch of great people, a bunch of great toys have been donated, all sorts of prizes that will be given away today. So thanks to everyone who was involved, that's for sure.
I brought some toys. I brought an ice hockey.
Nice.
Like a little small ring?
Yeah,
like
the
old school?
Yeah, the old school one. Yeah, but it's like a tabletop ice hockey. Kids still play.
Knock hockey?
You know the ice
Bro,
hockey.
knock hockey's fantastic.
Yeah, okay, all right. I just wanted to know if kids still play with that kind of stuff. Because when I saw it, I was like, wow. I almost wanted to play with it.
How do the lever controls work? So you working on the side?
Knock hockey.
It's the handheld where you hit the
that's
thing.
awesome.
Okay, I was just wondering if kids still play with that
So we
kind of stuff.
had a full-size air hockey table up in,
we did
the
too.
old sports
Yeah.
lounge.
Yeah.
Love the heck out of it, man.
You had the one with you had the guys and you could twist the guys, the hockey guys.
I didn't have that. We just had just the straight
they
puck
had that
action.
one too.
I definitely had the twisted hockey. That was fantastic.
Nothing like when you turn it on, you feel that air coming up.
Yeah.
The puck's just floating.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
which is just awesome. Yeah, good stuff. All right, so Maddie, coming out of the fallout of Notre Dame, you were off yesterday with your family with the loss of your mother. But what has the chatter been in your travels as far as everything going on with Notre Dame? Just went full on. It's us versus them against the ACC.
Full on scorched earth.
Yeah,
what they did. Which
it's
is
something
strange
else
to me. Well, it's strange to me. I'm actually writing about it today at USA Today. It's strange to me that a university that has been given basically the sweetheart deal of the century.
Yeah.
With the scheduling partnership with the ACC. It's not only the 5 or 6 games every year against the worst power conference. It's also a complete conference schedule with their Olympic teams. So they're set up now.
Yeah.
So they're really not independent. They're an ACC team except for football. They've been given this deal, and they don't have to share any of their money.
And that was their choice, correct?
Yes, they don't have to share any of their NBC contract, none of their money. They get to keep all of their other CFP money.
Right.
And they get 5 or 6 games from the ACC.
It's been great for them.
It's been ridiculously
Staggeringly
outrageous.
good.
Right. So my whole thing is now you're going to go bite the hand that feeds you. Now you're going to publicly say, how could they do this to us? How could they run a social media campaign for Miami? Well, because Miami's in the ACC, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
You are not in the ACC. You're a team that gets 5 or 6 games from the ACC for absolutely nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
So for the Notre Dame athletic director Pete Pavakwa to say that, number one, it's like the unbelievable onions for him to say that, and then number two, if I'm the ACC, honestly, and Jim Phillips will never do this because he's too classy of a guy, I would just go, you know what? You don't like it? Go find someone else.
Yeah.
Go find another conference. And guess what? There's no one else out there.
Well,
no one else. They don't want to go to the Big 12, okay? Because they don't want their Olympic sports with the Big 12, and they don't want to play football with the Big 12. All right? And the SEC and the Big 10 are not going to take them. They're not going to give them a scheduling deal unless it's full on. You're coming to our conference.
Right. Well,
so there's no one else. So the ACC should literally just say, you know what? Go scratch. We're done with you.
Okay, so if they do tell them they can kick rocks, what would you do if you're
let them kick rocks?
Yeah,
you know how I feel about it. They're squatters. They're not in the real. They're playing.
They are squatters.
They're squatters. Okay, they
and
bottom,
being allowed to squat.
Yeah, they play the bottom feeders of both conferences, the Big Ten and the ACC. All right, they don't play anybody of any real. They play Miami, one team of relevance, and they lost.
Yeah,
and then they cried about it. So tell them to kick rocks.
So here's the thing. So this year they played the number 3 team in the ACC, which is Miami, the number 4 team in the ACC, which is Pitt, the number 9 team, which is NC State, the number 16 team BC, the number 17 team Syracuse, and the number 12 team Stanford. Now, if you kind of flop that to the ACC with those numbers in the standings, they would have played at Texas A&M, at Alabama, Tennessee, Florida, Arkansas, at South Carolina.
Yeah.
Now, which would you rather have?
Yeah, exactly. One of our dudes said yesterday, he's a proud JMU grad, Bruce Almighty. He said they played 6 teams this year with 8 losses and then lost to Miami and A&M. So 6 teams with 8.
It's ridiculous that they have, but they have the megaphone, number one. It's ridiculous that they have the onions to come out there and say, number one, we got screwed, we should have been in.
Right.
Okay, and that's number one. And then number two, to complain about the ACC backing its own conference member.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're not a member of the ACC, okay?
Well, they felt like whatever their 5-game buy-in
gift
gave them.
Gift. It's not a buy-in. It's a gift. They're not paying anything for it.
No, I'm just saying this is what they thought. Their 5-game buy-in was that now, hey, you can use us as your street cred as opposed to us needing you.
Right. They think because they're Notre Dame that the ACC's ratings will go up because they're playing an ACC team, which happens somewhat. But I got news for Notre Dame. The top 20 television watch teams in college football this year, in the top 20, Nielsen ratings, Notre Dame was nowhere in sight. Okay. Nowhere in sight.
Okay. All right, so that tells you something as well. When you're sitting there, all right, so I don't know. The other part of this is we were talking about this the first couple of days once this thing became final and Notre Dame was kicked to the curb, was that the next 6 years they're basically having protection built in. If they play good football and they're among the top 12, they can't be denied.
No, that's not true. First off, it's just a memorandum of understanding.
Okay.
It's not the final deal.
Not fact.
It's not the final deal.
Nothing is fact anymore.
No, it's not the
when it comes to the playoff.
Well, I mean, ask anyone in any business, not just the college football playoff. A memorandum of understanding is not fact.
Oh, well, okay, that I get, but I thought it was more than that because right now,
no, it's all they've got.
As far as I'm concerned, the 12-team playoff is a memorandum of understanding.
Of course it is. That's why it was that. That's why it was only an MOU, because they didn't know exactly where the playoff was landing. They didn't know if it was going to stay at 12, if it was going to go to 16, or who knows. Now they're talking about maybe just go all the way to 24. Just go all the way to 24 and have playing games and eliminate the conference championships. And the SEC, which I never thought would eliminate their conference championship game because it's part of the fabric of who they are and how they became such a huge behemoth of a conference, they might be willing to now at this point because the coaches don't want to play in it, and they've now realized what happens to the loser of that game. Alabama should not have been in the playoff, but they were gifted that playoff
21.
spot.
Yeah. What say you, sirs?
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, is this all a reaction because of Notre Dame? I hope not.
There's a lot of knee-jerk reaction behavior that takes place.
24 is too many, bro. I mean, listen, I'm still sacred, okay? I have 3 national championships. And not everybody should be a partaker in trying to win.
Right. You should have a say.
You should be. I'm just saying that there should be a select few that that have a shot to win it, to give them the opportunity. I'm good with 14. Mm-hmm. I think 14 is just
14.
Yeah, 14.
All right, interesting. They haven't talked about 14 in a long time.
4, JJ 4.
Haven't talked about 14 in a long time. I was look.
I would.
So here's the thing. We're going to get into this later too, because if you look at the actual rankings, okay, and if you take out the nonsense of the group of 5, which is just absolutely stupid. There's no other word to say about it, okay? And everybody says, "Oh, you're going to get sued. It's antitrust." No, you're not. No, you're not, because they have the same ability to get into playoffs as everybody else. Mm-hmm. If they're all at large, you just tell them, "Look, you can get in as easy as anyone else."
Right.
And if they continue to push back, then you say, "All right, we'll give you more money." You pay them off.
If you make your schedule the way you want to make your schedule, and the committee doesn't like it, then you just tell them, "No, you're not in."
Right. So let's just say
I'm good on that.
You take out those 2 teams, right? And the 2 that come in, we're going to get into this. The two that then re-enter are Notre Dame and BYU. Then you look at those games.
All right.
Look at those first-round games.
You guys bounce it around as I try and I'm going to see if I can bounce the ball towards the hole, okay? Mm-hmm. But it is an XL Primetime Christmas benefiting Toys for Tots out here at the Golf Club of South Hampton.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford.
It's your boy, Big Sirs, all-pro lineman, and your lemon pepper guy. Nothing screams game day like Wingstop. But get this, every Saturday and Sunday this football season, score big with Wingstop's special deal. Order a 50-piece wing pack online at wingstop.com or the Wingstop app using promo code JAX10 to get $10 off. That's right, carry out or delivery. It's your call. Use online promo code JAX10 for $10 off a 50-piece wing pack. Fire up your game day order this weekend with Wingstop.
Do you have numbness and tingling in your fingers, or wake up at night and have to shake your hand? Hi, I'm Dr. George Bari, and at Bari Orthopedics, we have a myriad of treatments that can possibly help you. If you have numbness and tingling, you may have carpal tunnel. We have cortisone injections, PRP injections, and shockwave therapy that may help treat the numbness and tingling that you have. We also treat it surgically with endoscopic carpal tunnel release, a 2-centimeter incision that will release the nerve and have you back at work and doing what you want to do in life in no time. If you have numbness and tingling in your hand, give us a call at Bari Orthopedics or log on at bariorthopedics.com.
If Santa had a pit crew, it'd look a lot like Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Fast, friendly, and they get the job done in 15 minutes while you stay in your car. No appointment needed. Just pull up and let their technicians handle the rest. With convenient locations, a 4.7-star national rating, and ranked #1 Quick Lube by Forbes, Valvoline delivers service even Santa would trust. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, helping Jacksonville reduce the stress of holiday travel.
Frank Frangie here to tell you about the coolest new thing, a putting green in my backyard that my friends at Sunshine Turf installed. Sunshine Turf can do the same for you. They'll come to your house, they'll create a custom design for your space, and you'll have an authentic golf course experience right in your own backyard. I freaking love it. Sunshine Turf is family owned and they made the process so simple. So visit sunshineturf.info or call them at 904-383-0243 and get a free quote today for your own putting green. Get it from Sunshine Turf.
Now, the Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
The good guys wanted to pour onto what was an amazing performance at home, and they showed that the rain wouldn't rein them in. In the second quarter, Trevor Lawrence would find Tim Patrick for a 7-yard touchdown, making the score 28-10 with 7 seconds left in the first half. The Tim Patrick score is your Performance Painting Play of the Game.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting, repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
The Golf Club of Southampton has big plans for 2026, renewing the greens plus plenty more. But right now's the time to take advantage of member opportunities before the big renovation. Now until the end of December, you can join and save $1,500 off their initiation fee plus $500 back in a gift card with a 12-month commitment. All the details are at golfsouthampton.com. Playability for every skill level and a huge practice area to hone your game. Lock in now and enjoy membership privileges at the Golf Club of Southampton.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I only like to recommend the best, which is why I'm proud to say that I chose Pella Windows and Doors for my own home. And now's a great time to upgrade your home with 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years of interest-free payments on the best windows and doors in the business. Don't wait. Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or visit their showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. For quality you can trust and savings you can't miss, that's Pella Windows and Doors.
Look around and we know you've got options for gasoline, but those other places, they're not in the business of more. At Shell, that's what you get every day. Members get more rewards, more savings, more special offers. You'll even get 10 cents per gallon off of your first fill when you sign up and save on every fill after that. Choose to get more and more with every drive. Join the Shell Fuel Rewards program today at fuelrewards.com. Offer valid at participating Shell locations. Offer must be redeemed within 60 days of registration. Limit 20 gallons. Restrictions apply. Visit fuelrewards.com for more information.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. We know what cool sounds like. XL Primetime. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
All right, it's XLP out here at the Golf Club of Southampton for the Toys for Tots, the annual golf tournament to support Toys for Tots. If you're driving, the place is packed. It's packed. The field is set. If you're driving around, you got some toys that you'd like to donate to a wonderful cause, please show up. Throw some toys around. Let's make it even a happier Christmas for some kids.
Absolutely.
Huh? Yeah. All right. So I wanted to get into this because this is this is the crux of the problem. Okay. I mean, we can get into the Notre Dame arguing with the ACC, and you can get into the college football playoff selection committee and how, they told Miami that or Notre Dame they were better than Miami for 4 weeks, and then the last week flopped. I get it. Notre Dame should feel bad about that. They should feel screwed about that. There's no doubt about it. All right. The problem is the group of five. That's the problem. And they all know it, and they're all afraid of it. And they're all afraid of some kind of legal action against them, some kind of antitrust legal action. And it's just not going to happen. It just won't happen because at the end of the day, the SEC and the Big Ten can say, you know what? Screw all you guys. We're just going to go do our own playoff. And then there's no such thing as antitrust because they're breaking away from that group. So the group of five is not. They'll complain. They're not going to seek legal action because they're still technically in the playoff. They're still going to get money from the playoff. They're just not going to get a free team in the playoff. They're just going to say, if you finish within the top 12, or if it goes to 16, the top 16, then you're in it. If you don't, you're not. Okay? Look, we've done so much in college football in the last 4 years to change what once was, okay? Do you really think something like this is going to be bad PR for college football? That they're quote-unquote eliminating the little guy? That they're worried about that after all that's gone on in the last 4 years, Leon, okay? After paying players, after free player movement all over the place, after letting coaches jump in the middle of a playoff, all the stuff that's going on, okay? All the stuff that's going on. Do you really think college football should be worried about telling the group of five, you're not getting an automatic bid anymore?
That's the least of their worries, all right? I like your idea when you was talking about a couple of days ago. You said, I like the break-off part. Make it an invitational. SEC, Big Ten takes it over and make it an invitational for all the other conferences to play in that tournament.
Yeah, without that's
well, what's wrong?
I'm telling you that would be that's the thing that I think would make the most money. There's no doubt about that. But they can't. That drastic of
There's
a
no
move,
such thing as can't.
That drastic there isn't right now. Let me tell you something. In college football, there's no such thing as
no
can't
such
right
thing
now.
as can't.
No such thing. So I just want the
best players in the tournament.
I agree. The best players and the best teams. I totally agree. That's what competition is all about. It's not saying, oh, okay, I see. We're in a beauty pageant, but that decent-looking girl or guy over there, we'll let them into it because you know what? They got a good personality.
Miscongeniality.
Listen.
Yes.
Listen, even when we was little kids.
Or Mr.
You picked your teams. And the little scrawny kid that nobody, the scrawny kid, they didn't get picked, okay, because they weren't big and strong enough to play.
And you know what they did when they didn't get picked?
And they went home.
Or what? They either got better, bigger and better and faster.
Exactly.
Or they went into like accounting.
We've all been in that situation where we play
or they
tackle
became
football,
sports writers, right?
There's 10 kids there, and we're picking the better kids that can play football.
Of course.
And the little smaller ones, they go home and they cry, but then they get bigger and better, and they come back.
Right. Here's the thing, too, about that nerd alert, okay? Those nerds that are going home and crying about it, they're still getting millions. They're still getting millions from the college football playoff. So that's another thing that people are, like, forgetting, all right? Stop with this nonsense about the little guy and they're getting screwed. They're not getting screwed. They're getting millions.
Why couldn't
millions.
they have their own playoff?
They can have their own playoff. They absolutely can, which is something that has been literally floating around not only the group of 5, now group of 6 athletic directors for years, for a decade or more. It's the idea of, can we have our own playoff? Can we get a television deal from our own playoff and kind of turn it into something unique? But nobody wants to step out there and do it or hasn't wanted to. But now in this day and age where everything is different, what did you just say about college football? There is no more can.
No.
There is no more can in college football. All right? Now is the time to do it. Now is the time for the group of 6 to step out and say, you know what, we're going to have our own playoff. We're going to have our own playoff, and if we have a team that's good enough to be in that playoff, that finishes in the top 16, they'll play in that playoff. The rest of us will play in our own playoff. The bowls, they're not going to be eliminated. The bowls will move to the first part of the season. The first week of the season will be all the bowl games. There's nothing wrong with that. Again, there's no such thing as can't anymore. All right, so I wanted to get into this because the first-round games, which begin next week, one word, woof. Now, there's one that's really good. Obviously, it's the Canes.
Canes against Texas.
Canes in College Station against Texas A&M.
Yes.
There's another that Alabama at Oklahoma, which could be a very good game. The game in November, which I covered, was ugly. That's probably the best way to say it. But it was a huge win for Oklahoma. Basically got Oklahoma in the playoff. A huge win for Oklahoma. Okay,
both teams have no offense.
Right.
That was struggling.
Yeah, no doubt. But it's still two teams that have earned their way. If you look at Alabama's resume and who they beat, they earned their way in the playoff. All right. So you've got two teams that earned their way in. That'll be a fun game. I mean, Tulane, we saw this game. Tulane went to Ole Miss in September and lost by 35. James Madison might lose to Oregon by 60.
Yeah, they're going to put a 50 bird on.
Those two, bro.
They'll put a 50 bird on.
James Madison, did you watch them play
No,
against
I've
Troy?
never seen them play, to be honest.
I did.
Oh, my God.
60 seems excessive.
Bro,
50 is.
They're terrible, okay? They played in one of the worst, not one of the worst. It's debatable. The Conference USA or the Sun Belt. They're not that good. They'll lose in the regular season. They lose to 60 by Oregon. I would imagine Dan Lanning's probably not going to run it up on them, but they'll lose 49-7, 49-3, something like that. I guarantee they will. And that's I look at these two games and I'm thinking, okay, if you eliminated, okay, just completely eliminated James Madison and Tulane like they should be eliminated, all right, because you can't play the schedules they play and say they deserve to be in this playoff. You can't. You can't not play a different schedule from the power conference that they play and say, yes, if you do X, Y, and Z in this schedule, you're in. It's dumb. It's always been dumb. It's the dumbest thing they've ever done, okay? And they still do it to this day. And to Leon's point, can is no longer a deal with college football. So we've already figured out how to get them out of this thing, right? So now let me tell you what these first-round games would look like if they weren't in. So if they weren't in, Notre Dame would be 11. And I think Texas would be 12, not BYU, because at that point the committee knows that they don't have to get a group of 6 teams in, and they know that at the end of the day, Texas has a better resume than BYU. Texas has 3 wins against the top 14. BYU doesn't have a single win against the top 25. Okay? So Texas would be in. So now imagine this. The first-round games would be Texas at Oregon. Is that game any good?
Yeah.
Notre Dame at Ole Miss.
To me, and I kind of like it.
Thank you, Hack. Notre Dame at Ole Miss. That any good?
That'd be real good.
Miami still at Texas A&M. Alabama still at Oklahoma. Think about those 4 games.
And those are the games we deserve to have. Those are the games we deserve to have,
yes.
bro. Oh, come on. That's crazy.
So
I love the underdog, but not in this situation. They have no shot, no chance.
I love
these games.
I love the underdog when they're all playing at the same level.
True.
Like if your underdog is, let's say your underdog is Texas, or your underdog is Ole Miss, or your underdog is Oklahoma. Great. Okay, great. That's the underdog. Or your underdog is Texas Tech. How about that?
Yeah.
I love the underdog too. I don't love an underdog when they're in a situation where they're allowed into a specific tournament because they had an easier way to get to that record. I don't think it's fair. We talk about fair all the time. It's not fair to keep them out. It's not fair to let them in with a different set of rules.
I think people think the scenario, there's always an App State, Michigan looming somewhere. Maybe not in.
Yeah, and my response to that is it's a regular season game, and they literally overlook them.
Yeah, you could be right. You might be right on that, but I'm just saying that's the hopes. I mean, they're associated with college basketball. The Cinderella in college basketball, a whole nother beast than football.
And if there is
sports.
a big,
it's sports.
If there is a team from one of those conferences that is good enough in a certain year,
get ranked in the
they
top
will
16.
get in, like last year's Boise State.
Boise State,
But to have them be forced to put at least one in every year is excessive.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Boise State, Oregon needed a punt return and a kick return for a touchdown and a last-second field goal to beat Boise State in Eugene last year.
Right.
So, yes, Boise State deserved to be there. I'm not saying that. If you deserve to go and you've proven through what you've done in non-conference against legit power conference teams and you run through your own conference like they did, then fine. I'm fine with them being there, okay? But if you're JMU and you're Tulane, stop it. Just stop it right now. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And at the end of the day, you're hurting your premier product. This is the premier product of college football. This is how you determine your champion. They're determining their champion. They're going to sit there and tell people that the top 12 teams in college football right now include JMU and Tulane. Like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You can't do that. You absolutely cannot do that. And I'm telling you right now, that over this offseason, this is going to change. This will change because it can't. What's that Big Lebowski line? This can't. What is it?
This just can't stand, man.
This just can't stand, man.
I might be doing it wrong.
This just can't stand, dude. This aggression cannot stand. It just can't. All right. Speaking of aggression, we're going to get into something next break. Little news drop at the Jaguars press conference. We might have a new starter for the rest of the season, so we'll get into that and a whole lot more. It's XLP from Golf Club of South Hampton with the annual Toys for Tot drive.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway. The Jets fly into the First Coast, and Trevor's in charge of in-flight entertainment. Who'll win the air battle at the bank? Duval's determined to keep New York grounded.
This is your captain speaking. Better fasten your seatbelt. We're expecting turbulence.
It's turbulence and touchdowns. Jaguars, Jets, Sunday at 1 on the home of the Jaguars. 1010XL. 10XL. 10XL. 10XL.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. It's the holiday season, the best time of the year for sports. Bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes. It's all happening at once. And while you and I are making decisions every day, what gifts to buy, what to eat, what games to watch, there's one place where it feels good to be right. Prize Picks. All you do is pick more or less on at least 2 player stat projections and watch your winnings roll in. Sam Darnold, more or less than 220 passing yards. Anthony Edwards, more or less than 26 points. It's just that simple. And now Prize Picks has early payouts. If your lineup is off to a hot start, you have the option to cash out before the game even finishes. But my favorite feature is the injury insurance reboot. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. And all Prize Picks withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use promo code 1010XL and get $50 in lineups instantly when you play $5 in lineups. That's promo code 1010XL to get $50 instantly when you play 5. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Some auto shops call it an inspection and flag any little thing. That's called a wallet flush. At AA Automotive, they don't play that game. They fix only what needs fixing. AA Automotive on Richard Street. Boring name, awesome service, and no wallet flush.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On December 10th, 2016, Lamar Jackson wins the 82nd Heisman Trophy Award, the youngest player to do so at 19 years old.
Hey folks, Frank Frangie here for Lee & Kate's Glass. Now with the holidays coming, it's time to update that dated-looking bathroom setup and give yourself the gift of a gorgeous new frameless shower with big sexy glass you spend every morning and night in that bathroom. A new shower enclosure from Lee & Kate's Glass will look fantastic and make your bathroom feel like a luxurious spa. You'll love it. You deserve it. Request the free in-home consultation. Visit leeandkatesglass.com.
You're gonna see a big difference. Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
Just don't have. You're the other white meat. RJ, how can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it. I realized I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss him, Jacksonville. It's Jeff Dunham. December 10th, ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Tickets on sale now only at jeffdunham.com.
La playa is Spanish for the beach. If you can't remember that, the word Corona also works. Corona, La Playa awaits.
There are three certainties in life: death, taxes, and if you stay in your home long enough, a new roof. Pick it here for our friends at Lockhart Roofing. Nobody better in Jacksonville. How do I know? They are a local certified Master Elite contractor, and that means they have a GAF Master Elite warranty. That's the best in the roofing industry. In this day and age, don't settle for cheaper discount roofers. Lockhart Roofing has been here for decades. They aren't going anywhere. Call my friends at Lockhart Roofing, 994-3851. That's 994-3851. Lockhart Roofing, Jacksonville's best for Jacksonville people.
There's lots of reasons to use Kuhn flowers when you need to send floral arrangements. This is JJ with 1010XL. No matter what the reason or the occasion, Kuhn Flowers delivers with only the best. Log on to KuhnFlowers.com and make someone's day.
This football season, make Hurricane Grill and Wings your game day getaway. Sip on handcrafted cocktails like the Millionaire Margarita or enjoy an ice-cold Bud Light. Game day drink specials are here all season. Find a location near you at hurricanewings.com.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. Now's the perfect time to order Logo coffee mugs or maybe a Logo Sick brand tumbler. They're seriously ice-cold and look great with your company logo. HardballCreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Here's a health and wellness tip from orthopedic specialists of Jacksonville.
Here's a simple tip for shoulder health to improve your posture. Slouching can put extra stress on your shoulders, leading to pain and injury. Make sure your head is over your shoulders are relaxed and pulled back, and your spine is properly aligned, whether you're sitting or standing. If you sit for long periods of time, make sure to get up and take breaks and work on pulling your shoulders back. Get up and get moving, Jax, and go Jags.
Stay healthy with orthopedic specialists of Jacksonville. 1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
This will not stand, This aggression will not stand, man.
This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Yeah, see, leave it to Lebowski to completely underscore the college football playoff with one simple statement. This will not stand.
This aggression will not stand, man.
This whole JMU Tulane aggression will not stand.
Yeah. I kind of...
Somebody peed on our rug.
No,
somebody definitely peed on the college football rug. There's no doubt about that.
Bro, I kind of felt good for him initially when it happened. Well, then I had a day to think it over, and I was like, they don't deserve to be there.
No, we need to find Wang because he's running around after peeing on the college football rug. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that, man. We're gonna get into that a lot more because I know you guys are going crazy on the text line. Brought to you by our good friends at Lifetime Enclosures, 641-1010. Give us your thoughts on that as well as what we're getting ready to get into. I just don't like the whole idea of the gift, just the charity. It's just literally the automatic qualifying charity they're giving out, and it's just dumb. It's dumb, and it's always been dumb. And I think at the end in this offseason, they're going to look at each other and say, "Okay, this is stupid. Let's move beyond this." And they're going to do that. All right. So
Well, you weren't looking. Just kind of randomly, however you want to say it. Little news was broken in the press conference. Jaguars
Second to last question asked in the press conference.
It's weird how that happens. Just weird. Just second to the last, randomly asked question. And that's all sarcasm if you guys can't read that already. So the question was asked, is there a possibility that Cole Van Lanen, who has played really well at left tackle.
Well, does he deserve? Does he deserve?
Right, hang on. So, we all know he's played very well, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We all know the guy prior to him, Walker Little, the left tackle to begin the season, the left tackle who finally won the left tackle spot, who finally got on the field as a starter, really, who was given I think 30, what was his extension, Leon? 39 million extension
$13 million a year.
By Trent Baalke a year ago.
Swing tackle.
As a swing tackle, right? Does he deserve? Does Cole Van Lanen deserve to be a starter on this team? And Liam Cohen said this.
I think so. I mean, I think there's definitely he's played enough really good football for us. You know, we've got a great situation right now where you've got depth at multiple positions of people that have had to play for us a lot. This shows up in multiple positions all throughout the team, right? You can point to the defensive side of that for things, receiver position. I mean, a lot of different positions that guys have been fortunate enough to, step up, play well, help lead us, to get to where we are right now. And the message in the locker room is, hey, guys, there's a lot of guys that are coming back right now. And for us to continue to go where we want to go, we got to use that as an edge. And that depth and experience that we've gotten has to be collective and having a team-first mindset about everything we do.
All right, so a couple things right there. First, I think so, okay, which means yes. Secondly, he said he's played really well, which he's saying, yes, he's there because he's played really well. Third, he said, we've got a situation now in the locker room where guys are seeing, and I'm going to stop him right there. Because he then went on to something else. He said something else that meant nothing. Basically what he was saying, Leon, was the situation in the locker room is this that we've created. If you don't play well, someone else will go in there and play. And if they play better, they're playing. Or if you get injured and someone else goes in there and they play better, they're playing.
Well, here was always the rule when I was playing. If you were a premier starter, you never lose your job because of an injury. But if you were shaky in any capacity.
In any capacity.
Any capacity. And someone behind you comes in and plays better than you, then you're absolutely on the bench. And Walker Little will be on the bench, I think, moving forward, to be quite honest with you, because he's played better. Now, let's reference this a little bit now. And he gets tight end motion help to get the chip on the way out. He gets the running back put on
the first game he did. The first start.
First game he did.
Second start
he
left him alone.
Left him alone. So, this team understands where it's going, and the roller coaster ride of Walker Little can't be tolerated anymore. You need more consistency at the most important offensive line position in the game, which is the left tackle, Trevor's blind side. And right now they trust Van Lanen a lot more than they trust Walker Little. And quite frankly, I don't blame them.
Right, and I think that's the key. I mean, I think Van Lanen's playing better, yes, and he deserves it, yes. The key is your quarterback's playing well right now.
Mm-hmm.
The last thing you need is to upset the apple cart by bringing back a guy in who you don't know game to game what he's going to do. You don't know how he's going to play.
Well, he did it to himself, not being consistent week in and week out. Now Van Lanen is a sample size at the left tackle position, but obviously he's impressed upon the coaching staff in the film room to where they feel they just need to keep him right there. And Trevor has to say so in this too now.
I guarantee
you he has to say so in this. They won't say it, but he does.
Right.
They pull him in the room. Hey, Trevor, how do you feel with
Right. What do you think about this idea?
What they probably said to him first is that, Walker's healthy again. We're going to put him at the left tackle position. And Trevor probably screamed for his life.
It was probably.
I'm just saying.
Or it was probably, hey, Walker Little's healthy again.
Yes,
what are your thoughts?
Yes.
What are your thoughts? Do you feel like Cole is right?
Absolutely asked them about the situation.
It wasn't the former. It was more the latter.
Exactly. That part right there. So, listen, Walker could be a viable swing tackle. He's going to have to because if they feel comfortable.
That's what he's been all his career.
Yeah, so he feel comfortable with Van Lanen at the left tackle position. They're not going to upset the apple cart. And Trevor's playing his best ball right now. with him at the left tackle.
Yeah, you
got to roll with it.
That's
man.
the key.
It's like you got to roll with the hot hand, bro. You can't switch it up now.
I mean, honestly, it's no different than Walker Little the last 7 games of 2022, how he played so well.
Yeah.
And again, I get it that Cam was out and wasn't coming back because he was injured, but he got hot. He got hot and he played really well.
Bro, we did the same thing in '96 when we had DeMarco and Tilsky. DeMarco got hurt. Tilsky went in. We get on a nice little streak with Tilsky. DeMarco was initially the starter at right guard. Tilsky came in at right guard next to me. We had a partnership. We had a nice little gel amongst each other.
Yeah.
And then we made a run. And then we went into the playoffs. I mean, they weren't going to switch it back after that. No, quite frankly, just lost your job. Enjoy the ride.
So I guess the thing is, and I want you to explain this to everybody listening, the idea that players get hot and players get confidence and they start playing to their ceiling and sometimes above it is a reality, 100%.
Absolutely. Absolutely 100% reality. And you can see it, it's prevalent on film. They're watching Van Laen do the stuff that they were hoping Walker could do, but he's not getting it done. And he's had, back-to-back. How long has Walker been out? 2 weeks because of the concussion? So he's had back-to-back games where he's been stellar. No need, and Trevor feels comfortable with him. So why would you change it? I wouldn't.
I mean, quite frankly, Etienne's playing at his ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Parker Washington, before the injury, was playing at his ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Bretton Strange, before his injury, was playing at his ceiling. Is now working his way back into that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Armstead's playing the best he's ever played here.
Mm-hmm.
Probably as good as he's played in the previous 2 or 3 years with the 49ers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen's finally playing back to his ceiling now.
Yeah.
You can go down the line with these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And Dewey's playing as good as he's ever played.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, Walker Little's not a premier left tackle. If it was someone like Trent Williams, I don't care how good the guy's playing.
He's coming back in, right?
Trent Williams is coming back in.
Because you know who you got.
You know what you got moving forward. This Walker Little up and down roller coaster ride.
Never know what you had in 5 years.
You ain't got time for that.
Right.
You ain't got time for
and
that.
I'll tell you one more thing, too, before we go to break, JJ. The thing that impresses me is they didn't panic. Like, Cohen didn't panic. Gladstone didn't panic. They didn't say, we got to move Anton Harrison to left tackle. Mm-mm. And we got to figure out what's going on at right tackle. We'll just plug and play. Maybe we'll put Milam there. They didn't panic.
Mm-mm.
They kept Anton where he is.
Yep.
And then there it is. There's Van Laen's playing there.
Yeah.
And they very easily could have. Just said, you know what, we got nothing at left tackle right now. We got to put our best offensive lineman at left tackle.
They could have. And they wouldn't have been wrong.
No, and who would have blamed them for that?
They wouldn't have been wrong, but if you got something solid at right, you don't move it to left.
Right, well, and now that's where they are, and especially
Exactly.
with the right tackle, well, it's not as important as the blind side, and I'm not just saying this because you're right next to me, but right tackle is now becoming as big as left, as important as left tackle.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, when Baselli went down to 99, I already told them, don't look at me at left. Don't even look my direction. They weren't going to move me anyway because I was the blind side anyway.
Right.
So they just moved Ben Coleman out there. So it's good to have that kind of flexibility.
All right, we need to go to break. We're going to come back, get into second hour with some more Jags talking. We're going to get back into the college football playoff and the whole Notre Dame. We're going to kind of look at those first-round games as well as the potential quarterfinal matchups, which could be just fantastic. We'll come back on the other side.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. Get straight talk from D-Rock.
So let me get this straight.
Mike DiRocco.
And we get his insight every Thursday from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Opened by Lee and Kate's Glass. Guaranteed greatness since 1926 on 1010XL.
Running a small business is tough, so the Florida Small Business Development Center at UNF provides a free business checkup, a personalized analysis that helps you boost profits, your online presence, and increase your company's value. No cost, no strings attached. It's guidance from experts who understand what it takes to succeed in business. Whether you're just starting out or ready to expand, it's time to act. Complete a request for consulting at unf.edu/SBDC.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Lacey, your bar manager here at Fourscore Golf Tavern. We're officially kicking off the holiday season, and both of our locations, San Marco and Gate Parkway, are fully festive and ready for you to enjoy. Make sure you stop by and check out our holiday cocktail menu, lunch, and dinner specials. Happy hour is all day, every Tuesday. The fun continues with 10 top-of-the-line simulators between both locations, offering multiple games in almost every sport you can think of. So gather your group, get in the spirit, and come celebrate at Fourscore, the place to be in Jacksonville for holiday fun.
This Christmas, Leonard Truck Outfitters and 1010XL are helping you deck the truck. Stop by either Leonard location, Blanding Boulevard or Beach Boulevard, and register to win a deck bed storage system with Cargo Glide, installed by the pros at Leonard. Another winner will score 2 tickets to the Florida-Georgia basketball game January 6th and a 2025 Gator Championship commemorative basketball. We'll draw the winners live Friday, December 19th during XLP, noon to 2 at Leonard's Beach Boulevard. Leonard Truck Outfitters. Everything you need for a great-looking, great-performing truck.
Listen to whatever you like, whenever you want.
I like this.
1010XL on demand. Ad-free shows after the live shows end. Channeled by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Search where you find podcasts.
Hey folks, Ronnie here with Brandon Roofing. If your roof's got more leaks than your Uncle Jerry after too much eggnog, we've got you covered. Whether you need a quick repair or a full roof replacement, our team works faster than you sneaking out of your in-laws' holiday dinner at Christmas. Give yourself the gift of a roof that actually listens when you say stay together. From our family at Brandon Roofing to yours, have a Merry Christmas, even if you're spending it hiding in the garage. Visit us at brandonroofing.com. That's BRANNAN.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hi, folks. It's Frank Frangie. Did you know that individuals over age 60 have great results on Awaken 180? See how you could drop weight and get off your medications in just 3 months with Awaken 180's Golden Program. Visit Awaken180weightloss.com.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and this time of the year, Honda has such a great lineup, especially when you want to get out on the road and just cruise.
Temperatures letting up a little bit, like Oktoberfest is coming. Legendary Honda Goldwing, legendary Honda Rebel that's now an automatic. Lots to choose from and lots of easy riding.
And the price range and the size of the bike, you have a wide variety.
We do, from entry points to the finest of the fine.
All right, check them out. Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic near Regency or their Facebook page.
Pick it here for Oceanside Cleaners, the very best in dry cleaning service. Free pickup and delivery, or use their self-service kiosk in Ponte Vedra at Southside for drop-off and pickup. Dry cleaning, laundry, bedding, and bridal gown preservation. If it's got fabric, they can clean it. Oceanside Cleaners.
Reclaim a pain-free life with Rebound Rehab. If you've been injured or simply feeling the effects of an active life, you can rely on Rebound Rehabilitation to get you back in the game. Sitting on the sidelines isn't any fun. Trust Rebound Rehab's team of trained physical therapists to get you back up to speed and feeling full again. Now more convenient than ever. 11 locations to serve you, including new offices in Riverside across from St. Vincent's, Point Meadows, and Middleburg. Just log on to reboundrehab.com to see all they've got to offer.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by YMCA of Florida's First Coast. The Athletic Sun Conference announced that North Florida men's basketball great Dallas Moore has been named to the 2026 ASUN Hall of Fame induction class. Moore, who starred for North Florida from 2013 to 2017, becomes the school's first ever inductee into the ASUN Hall of Fame. 57 degrees at 104, time and 10, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
All right, it's XLP. We are live at Golf Club of South Hampton for the annual Toys for Tots golf tournament. Matt Hayes, Leon Cersei, Joe C. is here, but he's also out golfing with his compatriots.
Yeah, he's the ambassador, right?
Yeah, he is. He is, man. He is. We've been talking a lot of college football and the Jags, of course. Broke down Cole Van Landen. We'll get into that a little later as well. I want to circle back to the college football playoff because you guys are just the text line is just going crazy with your responses to this. You can jump on the text line, get involved in the program. 641-1010. So there's a lot of back and forth on Notre Dame, and I get it. It's you hate them or you love them. It's just one of the. There's no in between.
Hate.
There's but on the other side, there's a lot that love them too, man.
Yes, absolutely.
Like here's, for instance, from the 885. Alabama lost to Florida State week 1. Notre Dame lost to Miami week 1. If the Notre Dame-Miami game matters, then the Alabama-Florida State game should matter, and Alabama shouldn't have gotten in. Well, the difference is, it's just a teeny, weeny difference, is Notre Dame and Miami actually played.
True.
And they were the argument who should be in.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Notre Dame and Alabama. Florida State had nothing to do. There was no triumvirate there with Florida State, Alabama, and Notre Dame.
No.
Okay?
No.
So that you can't use that as part of your argument. The argument is simply, if you're a Notre Dame fan and you're upset that they didn't get in, your argument should be they told us for 4 weeks we were better than Miami. Then on the last week when neither one of us played, they came out with some inane argument that because BYU lost to Texas Tech, that moved BYU away from, or instead of being in front of Miami, under Miami. So now Miami and Notre Dame were right next to each other. Now they could be more,
they strung them along.
Analyzed.
They upset that they strung them along.
Well, they made a bad move early in the process, and they refused to fix it, and then they got screwed in the last poll, and they knew, oh my God, what did we do? Now we're done. Now we're going to have to move these guys, and now we're going to be criticized for it.
So you're telling me that a Notre Dame fan? Okay, Miami moved from what? They moved from
18. They moved from 18 all the way to what? 10, I guess.
10. Okay, so you're trying to tell me that Notre Dame fans that were at 9 and Miami was at 10. And
Notre Dame was 8 at one point.
Were they? Yeah, they were 8, and then they moved them back after Alabama won. Yeah, so 9 and 10, head to head.
After Alabama should have lost to Auburn but won, right?
Yeah. Head to head, 9 to 10. You trying to tell me that I already know the answer to this, so it's kind of redundant. Is that the Notre Dame fans would have felt good going into the tournament, knowing that they lost to Miami and Miami's right behind?
Of course they would have.
I know they would have.
Because they would have made some excuse of.
That is sad.
Well, it's sad, but the sad part is they have an argument. The argument is they told us for 4 weeks we were better than Miami, and then last week they said no. But the point is what you're saying. Your point is this. They played 2 games. They lost to Miami on the road in a game that was not a 3-point game. They got pushed around in that game.
Dominated.
They got pushed around in that game. There's no doubt about it, okay?
Physically, yes.
Then they lost to Texas A&M at home because they couldn't kick an extra point and because they couldn't play defense.
Yeah.
Their other 10 games, who'd they play?
Woof.
Who'd they beat?
No one.
You could say USC. The game was at home. It was in a driving rainstorm. They figured it out. USC couldn't. USC's an 8-4 team. Or I think they might be 9-3. USC's not any good. The point is, USC's no different than, let's say, I don't know, Missouri. If you think Missouri's a bad team, not worthy of a win for Alabama, guess what? It's not worthy of a win for Notre Dame to beat USC. They're the same team.
I agree.
They're the same team.
I absolutely agree with you.
So that's my point. Don't come at me with the argument of, we were 10-2 and we were playing better than everyone else. What does that even mean?
Against the quality of opponent. First of all, you got to look at the quality. What was it, 8 teams with 8 losses they played?
8 teams with 6 teams. No, it wasn't that many. It's probably like 4 teams with 8 losses.
No, what?
I haven't looked at it together, but it couldn't have been 8 teams. There's no way.
It was 16. I think it was 6 teams. I could be wrong.
Right. So all right. So we already gave you our idea of what would happen if Tulane and JM. Guys, I cannot believe that James Madison is in the playoff. We already gave you our idea of what would happen if JMU and Tulane were not in the playoff, okay? And what those games would have looked like. But now let's get back into reality, okay? Now we have the reality of what could be, right? What could be in this tournament right now. Because I get it, the first round games are horrific. Two of the 4. And a third is kind of iffy, to be honest with you. Kind of really iffy. The Alabama-Oklahoma game. But let's look at what could be in the quarterfinals, okay? Oregon beats JMU, and it's Oregon against Texas Tech in the Orange Bowl. How fun is that game?
That'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Right? That Texas Tech defense against Oregon, against the Oregon offense. It'll be mind-blowingly fun.
Who you taking right now? Who you think will be favored?
Look, I've been saying this all year, and everybody's laughing. I think Texas Tech could win it all. I'm not saying they're going to.
Mm-hmm.
They're as much of a threat to win it all as anybody. I'm taking Texas Tech in that game.
Okay.
So that's Jan 1, Orange Bowl.
Neutral site.
Okay.
All right. Like it.
Winner of the Alabama-Oklahoma game goes to the Rose Bowl. How good is that?
I'm taking Alabama. Who do they play?
You're taking Alabama to beat Oklahoma in
Yeah.
Norman.
Yes.
It's going to be cold there, bro.
I don't care. They got coats.
Cold and windy.
They got jackets. They'll be
Cold
fine.
and windy and a loud stadium.
I'm not buying it. I know that John Mateus looked terrible the last couple of games.
Winner of that game plays Indiana in the Rose Bowl.
And Alabama against Indiana?
Or Oklahoma against Indiana. Either one of them, great game.
It'd be a great game. Yeah, that would be a game.
I still think Indiana beats them, but there will be at the very least the lead up to those games are going to be, all right, this is going to be cool. This will be fun to watch this game.
Are you a little surprised that the Boers' credentials for offense, Alabama struggles so mightily in the offense?
You know what? I think Ty Simpson has definitely regressed. There's no doubt about that.
He was a Heisman.
He was
earlier in the season.
I think he's gotten beaten up. That's number one, and it's a long season. You know that he's gotten beaten up. I think what everybody sees as Alabama, and we can get into this too. And this is probably another story for another day this week. But what everyone sees at Alabama, and I even think our buddy High Tide and Southside would agree with this. In fact, when I say this, he's probably going to go, he's right. What everybody kind of fails to understand is everybody always says, well, it's not the Nick Saban team. It's the Kalen DeBoer team. If you look at Kalen DeBoer's Washington teams, that's exactly who Alabama's playing like right now. They're the same team. They keep teams in the game till the fourth quarter, and then something bad happens, and then they're in a game, and then they're in a dogfight, and then they either got to come back and just do something miraculous in the fourth quarter to win the game, or they blow it in the fourth quarter.
So you're saying that psyche's been turned off?
I'm saying
Nick Saban
right.
team annihilates you.
Yes.
They suffocate
They put their foot on your throat. That's what the Nick Saban teams did. This Alabama team doesn't.
So you're
do
saying
that.
the substitute teacher?
It's not even the substitute teacher. It's a completely different philosophy now. Did you guys have a different philosophy under Dennis, or he just allowed you guys to go? He rolled the ball, let you guys go play.
Yeah. Well, Dennis. Well, listen. First of all, it was like freedom when Jimmy left.
Right.
And I don't know if that was good or bad. You
Right.
know, Jimmy had a stranglehold on us. Everything we did held us accountable.
Right.
Dennis came in there and gave us the key to the car, the Ferrari, the Lambo. And
don't wreck it.
Don't wreck it. You know, so that freedom we had at Miami, we still were disciplined enough to be good, but we still had reckless freedom that was given to us undeservedly.
Right.
Probably.
So my thing is they play just like his Washington teams, and that's what Alabama fans should be nervous about. Is it's not that do we have the right coach? It's that his teams play like they've always played, and it's not that you don't have the right coach. You don't have the same philosophy, mentality, whatever you want to call it, as you used to have with Nick Saban. That's the problem to me that this Alabama team is. That's the real story. All right. The Ole Miss Tulane game, we know who wins there. Ole Miss wins that game. They go to the Sugar Bowl, Jan 1, against Georgia. Georgia! They scored on their first five drives in Athens. Ole Miss. Georgia could not stop them. 35 points. In Athens, on the road. So now you get a rematch.
That'll be a good one.
A rematch in the Mercedes Dome there in New Orleans. Clearly, Kiffin's not there anymore. All right, and this is why Lane wanted to coach so badly. Because, number one, he knows they got a chance they could win the national title. So they're good enough to win the national title. He also knew that they were going to be a 6 or a 7 seed, which meant they were going to get a fortunate game. More than likely, if they were 6 seed, they were going to get a fortunate game against whoever the 11 was. No one could have ever imagined that the 11 would have been Tulane again, a team they beat by 35. So you've got to walk to the quarterfinals. You've got a team that you know you can score points on that, admittedly, is playing much better defensively than they were in that game. In fact, it was that game that kind of turned things. That's a great game, that rematch. A great game. Then we'll go to the last game. The Canes and the Aggies. I don't care who wins that game. I know you care who wins that game.
Absolutely. Isn't it interesting?
But if you get the Canes against Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl
I'm going.
on New Year's Eve, or you get the Aggies against Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl on New Year's Eve, oh, buddy.
That's something.
Well, can you I want to see Marcel Reed against that Ohio State defense. I want to see Carson Beck against that Ohio State defense.
Isn't it very interesting that they bracketed Miami? Okay, first of all, we got a tough Texas A&M game. Okay, let's go and put that forward. Ohio State with the potential of playing Georgia in the Final Four.
Yeah.
That's Return of the Jedi right there, baby.
And then Indiana and Texas Tech in the Final Four. I mean, that Texas Tech defense against the Heisman winner, Fernando's winning the Heisman.
Yeah,
Fernando
absolutely.
Against the Heisman winner in that offense. And by the way, that Indiana defense, legit.
Yeah, oh yeah,
legit.
I saw them.
Let me tell you something.
Ohio State, that was a title fight, bro.
Bro, that was, if Ohio State and Indiana were wearing the uniforms of LSU and Georgia, people would have said that was one of the greatest championship games they've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
But because it was the Big Ten and because it was Ohio State and Indiana, there wasn't enough made of that. That game was a legit war.
That was a slugfest. I loved it. I loved that a lot of points weren't scored.
Yep.
I love that both defenses did not fringe in any capacity, that the offense had to earn every yard that they had to earn. It was a 90s football game. That's what it was.
First play of the game.
Yes.
When Caden Curry hit Fernando Mendoza.
Yes.
Almost knocked him out.
Yes. His brother was over there warming up.
His brother came in for a play.
He did.
That's the fact that Indiana could not block Curry. The fact that Ohio State, no matter how hard it tried, could not stop Indiana from running the ball. That was a problem. Yeah. Now, Indiana didn't run for like 200 yards, but they ran for enough to keep drives alive, to eat clock, to set up a couple short first and second level throws, and then to hit a couple of those deep throws. It's exactly what they wanted to do. Just a marvelous game. I can't wait till we get to those quarterfinals. I mean, you're talking about Oregon, Texas Tech in one game. Let's say Alabama wins. Alabama, Indiana in another, or Oklahoma, Indiana in another. Ole Miss, Georgia in another. And then Miami or Texas A&M against Ohio State in the final one. Those 4 games, 1 on New Year's Eve, 3 on New Year's Day. My God. And those games will lead to a semifinals, which are going to be as good or better. And then the potential for either a rematch of that Ohio State-Indiana game or one of those other 8 teams, 2 of those other 8 teams being in the national championship game. What a playoff we really have. Again, that's getting overshadowed because of the idiots of Tulane and James Madison.
Yeah, see, I was about to say that. Over the next 2 to 3 weeks, we're going to forget that Tulane and James Madison.
Some people will. I can guarantee you Notre Dame won't. I can guarantee you Taylor Dahl won't. I can tell you that right now.
Well, okay.
All right, we need to go to break. We're going to come back on the other side. It's XLP here live at the Golf Club of South Hampton with the annual Toys for Tots drive.
XL Primetime. Driven by Duval Ford. The tape doesn't lie, and neither does he. Jeff Lockeman breaks down the film and shares his insights with you Tuesdays during football season on Jaguars Today. Check the Tape Tuesday. Checked by Napa Auto Care on 1010XL.
This right here, this is where it starts. With a little flame and a lot of love. When the air cools or the night falls, fire brings the warmth. But it's what we bring to the table that matters. Slow smoked barbecue. Stories that stretch long. Laughter that lingers. And moments that just feel full. That's why it's always Sonny's here.
Life's full of thrills, like fixing what's broken and hearing it roar back to life. But for the accident attorneys at Farah & Farah, one thrill beats them all.
It's the thrill of the win. When the team moves as one, every hand, every step, on point, putting in the hours, reviewing every detail, because the client deserves that. And when I've gotten to say, you're good, we've got it covered, that's the payoff. Yeah, we're built for that.
Call Farah & Farah, Jacksonville.
Join me, Max Fink, as I keep a close eye on everything that happens in Gator Nation.
The Gator Report, polished up by San Jose Collision, on the home of the Florida Gators, 1010XL.
Go, Gators!
Hosting the family holiday dinner can be a beautiful experience until your kitchen sink backs up before you've even served dinner.
Who tried to wash cookie dough down the drain?
We were making cookies for Santa and the reindeer. The reindeer like chocolate chip, too.
Great. Now we need a plumber and a new garbage disposal.
Superior Plumbing and Pipelining is no stranger to holiday plumbing problems. Don't let plumbing problems disrupt your holiday dinner. Superior Plumbing and Pipelining has you covered this holiday season. Learn more at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
Get ready to celebrate December with Best Bet. We're giving away an incredible $660,000. Kickstart your holiday fun at all Best Bet locations with the 12 Days of Christmas High Hands, $500 giveaways during Clockwork Cash Out on the table games, and big cash high hands all weekend long. And don't miss out on thrilling tournaments like the $30,000 guarantee GoPo 300 at Orange Park and daily tournaments at all Best Bet locations. For details, head to bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick. We're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by May 14th.
A new exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card is your opportunity to go from cardholder to ticket holder for the FIFA World Cup 2026. For a limited time, when you're approved for a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card, you're eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more today at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
This classic Army-Navy game moment is brought to you by Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
Second down and 8, trailing by 3. Great shot! Touchdown, Army!
Well, Vern, it's literally this far to end 15 years of misery.
Yeah.
About a yard.
Time and said one more. Here it is.
You waited forever for your new fence. Then, strangers show up. Subcontractors rushing the job. Sent by the company you trusted. Frustrating, right? Superior Fence and Rail promises better. Their professionally trained builders deliver quality you can trust. No subcontractors, no shortcuts. Just the superior craftsmanship your home deserves.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Save some money this holiday season and buy pre-owned. That's right, pre-owned. Pre-owned guns, guitars, surfboards, tools, and especially jewelry. Buy big, save bigger at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Our next guest is not affiliated with the NFL or Jacksonville Jaguars.
Discussion of injuries is solely based on opinion.
Now, the Bari Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Injury Breakdown.
I'm coming in hot.
Gio, he's our man, Dr. George Bari. Yeah, our doctor. Gio, welcome in, by the way.
Thank you.
We kind of wish you were here.
It's kind of
bro.
nice to be. Well, I'm in Joe's seat since he wants to play golf. I'll do his job for him.
Right? Right?
And I got some
It's a nice
popcorn.
gig, right?
You got some good popcorn here, man.
All right, so first, I want to get into Daniel Jones real quick. By the way, we got a question for Dr. George Bari on the text line, brought to you by our good friends at Lifetime Enclosures, 641-1010. We'll see if we can answer one or two right now. If not, I'm sure Joe can use that on your fabulous award-winning podcast you guys do, right, Gio?
That's right.
All right. So Daniel Jones, you watched the game, obviously. Were you at the game, or did you?
I was at the
give
game.
Up you didn't give up your tickets. All right, good.
No,
good.
I was at the game.
You're at the game when he went down like that, non-contact. What
Yeah.
did you think immediately?
Well, at first I thought maybe it had something to do with the fibula, right? Because he has that fibula fracture. And then, it's kind of hard to see from the stands. Then I went inside actually to get something to eat, and they started doing some replays. And then I started getting text messages. They're saying his ankle. And that's when you start thinking, okay, maybe it's the Achilles. It turned out to be the Achilles for him. And so, it's interesting because he has that fibula fracture, which he played on. Now he has an Achilles injury, and people ask if it's related. I don't think it's directly related, right? A broken fibula is not going to cause an Achilles tear. However, do I think that his mechanics being off and him not running correctly and limping and, his heel toe strike is probably not correct and he's running around, does that possibly increase the risk of it? Probably, yeah.
That's interesting. So go ahead, Liam. Go ahead.
Barry, how do you prep for fractured fibula and play a game? I mean, what's the procedure? I can't imagine playing on something like that.
I don't know. That's a great question. Like I said, I mentioned last week that I thought it was nuts that he was playing, and I thought it was, his obviously he had great character to try to play and to push through it, and he did well the week before. But I'm still kind of shocked in how he was able to play and run and have that mobility. Looking back, you probably can say now maybe not the greatest of ideas. And look, maybe he would have tore his Achilles. Maybe it was in the cards for him, right? Maybe he would have tore it even without the fibula fracture. But having that fibula fracture definitely adds, some heat to the argument of should he have been playing to begin with.
Right, or maybe it's exactly what you said. Maybe it's because we have the advantage of having our doctor, George Barry, and we can look at it from kind of a almost a realistic point of view. Like if you are doing things that you don't typically do, Gio, right, to account for that injury, the abnormal stress you're putting in other areas could lead to that, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, you had an Achilles injury, tendonitis, a long time ago, and I think you were in a boot for a little bit. And if I'm not mistaken, you were saying my back hurts, my knee hurts, and that's what a lot of people, they get in a boot, right? And they say, man, after a week, my back hurts, my other knee hurts, my hip hurts. Because when you start walking differently, it will affect other body parts. Now, is it going to cause your knee to fall apart? No. But it might predispose you to hurting that knee or back or whatever body part that's bothering you because you're not walking correctly.
No, Doc, there's a bunch of players not a bunch, I don't say, but there's a few players on our team that are dealing with concussions.
Yeah.
And have missed, a couple of weeks because of it. What are you looking for as far as a doctor-wise in order to get the player back out there to play the game?
Yeah, so in the end, there's a test you can take, right? And we talk about the test they take before and after. But just subjective-wise, or what the patient or the player tells you, you want to make sure memory problems are gone, headaches are gone, sensitivity to light is gone, confusion is gone, those types of things. So those are easy things you can ask the player, right? Does light still bother you? Those kind of things. So once those are easy things, right? To go away. Once they go away, then you start going to the harder things. Like now you're working your mind, using the phone, using the computer, because you're supposed to stop using that when you first have a concussion to rest the brain. Then you go on to doing more things, and then there's practice drills. You do walk through practice, and then you can go to practice with pads, and then you practice with pads with some contact, and then you go full contact. So there's a progression that has to be done to get to that point.
Well, I just remember my concussion protocol was smelling salt, Advil.
Right. It was follow my finger.
That was really your protocol?
What state are you in?
Yeah.
And that was while I was playing on the bench.
Yeah. I believe it. It was probably...
That was it. That was my concussion protocol when I played.
Yeah, follow my finger, and if your eyes don't go separate ways.
I couldn't imagine missing a game. They didn't want me to miss a series. So.
All right, Gio. That's insane. That's absolutely. That's as recent as 20 years ago, too. Man.
I know, bro.
That's insane. Let's talk about Jets quarterback situation right now. Tyrod Taylor has a groin injury, and it looks like Brady Cook, the rookie from Missouri, is going to play this weekend, which is going to be interesting. Going to be interesting for the Jets. So the groin injuries, it's almost like these are kind of like now falling into the core injuries, right? Like people are saying, is it the same thing or are they different? Or is core injury kind of just like a catch-all for all those injuries?
I think, look, a core injury sounds like it's a catch-all. You have athletic pubalgia, osteitis pubis. Those are kind of specific. Core injury just kind of, it's in that region. They could encompass it because it depends, right? So a core injury, when they say it, they're usually discussing the attachment of the adductor tendon to the pelvis, to the pubic region, and so that's an attachment site. Now, you can have a groin injury where you pull your groin, just like you pull your hamstring, right? And that has nothing to do with the attachment site. That's the muscle kind of split like a hamstring would do that, and you overstretched it, and that's hurting. So a little bit slightly different things. It depends. It just depends, because sometimes people say, leg injury and knee pain, and that's kind of vague. Although it's specific, body part is vague on what's going on. So sometimes it's hard to tell exactly what they're talking about.
But when you have a groin injury, and if it depending on the severity of it, obviously, you're a one step away from aggravating it, correct?
Yeah, I would say yes. I mean, if someone has a groin injury, then it's you can definitely re-aggravate it doing a certain play, overextending, or your leg getting pulled apart a little bit. So it's definitely at risk for re-injury.
Wow, which means the Jags are definitely looking at, or possibly looking at, playing back-to-back games against rookies in their first starts.
As long as it's not the backup quarterbacks, because we always lose to them, except for last week. But I think we'll be all right.
All right, Gio, tell everybody where they can find you on your award-winning podcast.
Yeah, so Apple, Google, Spotify, Breaking Bones, and Sunday morning, 7:30 with Joe, if he's not playing golf.
Right, if he's not playing golf. All right, brother. Good to hear you.
All right, guys. Thanks.
See you, man. Leon, I mean, you're going from a game against if that was a legitimate, big, important nutcracker game against the Colts. Starting quarterback goes down in the first quarter. A rookie from Notre Dame gets thrown in there. Now you're looking at a Jets game against another rookie, Brady Cook from Missouri, who Tyrod Taylor went down, I think, in the first series in that game last week. Brady Cook went in there, did not play well because it's his first start, man. It was his first time playing. It's almost like the planets are aligning for this franchise.
It is, bro.
In the push for the playoff.
Take advantage of it, bro. Make the most of it. It's hard to win games in the league. And at this point in the time, you'll take any game. Listen, the Jets are in the way. And we got a rookie starting quarterback at home.
Yeah.
Line me up. I'm ready to eat.
I also I need to say this, okay? Because it has to be put out there. That Broncos game now kind of looks like that game where you guys in the playoffs went out there and no one thought you could, go out there and win that game, and you went and did it.
Pull it off.
Yeah, now the Jags are going to go out there and the Broncos are going to be at the top of the AFC, or, near the top of the AFC, and it's going to be, the Jags aren't winning that game, and then you go in there and all of a sudden you win that game, and then that's when everybody's going to start paying attention.
They're not a team to fear. What have they done for us to be fearful? We're in the same boat. Sure, I just have a different mindset. I don't get caught up in names and what they used to do. Right now, we on the same. We float in the same boat.
But it will take that. It will take that.
Yeah.
Them going into Denver and winning that game.
Absolutely.
Before everyone wakes up and says, "All right, this is not your same Jags team."
I wouldn't care. I don't want them to say it. I want them to keep playing pissed off, disrespected. That's what I want them to play.
All right. All right, we need to go to break. We are live here at the Golf Club of Southampton for the annual Toys for Tots charity golf tournament. Come on by. There's a lot of items here being auctioned off. You do not have to play in the tournament to put your name in for some of these items. You got some sweet stuff, from sports memorabilia to golf memorabilia to a lot of just stuff that you wouldn't think you'd see in an auction, and it's some really attractive stuff for gifts for present. Let's put it that way. Come on by and bid on some auction stuff. We'll come back on the other side. It's XLP.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number One Duval Ford, the number one place to buy your next vehicle. Go! Your play-by-play home of Bulldogs football is 1010XL.
It's the state championship, and the Bulldogs' 12th title is on the line against Cardinal Mooney of Sarasota. Tonight at 7 on 1010 AM.
Make Honda of the Avenues your first stop for award-winning customer service and world-class Honda vehicles. Our inventory is larger than ever, which means we have the perfect Honda waiting for you. Plus, at Honda of the Avenues, we always put our customers first, making the car buying experience fun, fast, and easy. You'll always find great deals on our huge selection of new and certified pre-owned Hondas, all prepped and ready for a test drive. Come see just how different car buying can be at Honda of the Avenues today. Stop by or shop from home at HondaoftheAvenues.com. Proud sponsor of Sporting Jags.
Introducing the Jag Stack at Firehouse Subs. So bold, it's named after the home team. Stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, roast beef, provolone, fresh veggies, and the new Duval drizzle sauce. For a limited time at your local Firehouse Subs, there's only one hottest sub in Duval.
The holidays are coming, and so is your family. Is your septic system ready?
Honey, why is the yard bubbling?
Dad, the dog's swimming in the septic tank.
That's one way to greet the in-laws.
Don't let a septic disaster be the highlight of your holiday dinner. Call Duck Duck Rooter today and get it fixed before Uncle Bob finds out the hard way. Duck Duck Rooter, your local septic experts. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. DuckDuckRooter.com.
With the holidays right around the corner, and it's time to get ready for family and friends. What better way to do it than with Zero Res? Carpets, air ducts, hardwood, LVP, tile and grout, upholstery, rugs, and stone. Zero Res, they can handle it all. Call right now, 287-5727, or visit ZeroResJacksonville.com. Tell them you want the 1010 XL special and get 20% off all hard surface cleaning, tile and grout, hardwood, and LVP. Spots are filling up fast, so don't wait. Happy holidays from all of us at Zero Res.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is Mark Nato. My son Justin injured his hand playing baseball for JU. Southeast orthopedic specialist performed surgery just a few days later, and within 5 weeks, he was cleared to play in the ASUN baseball tournament. Our family has trusted Southeast orthopedic specialists for years. For any orthopedic injury, let Southeast orthopedic specialists take care of you too.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
The best financial move you can make this time of year? How about lowering your mortgage rate to 4.99% fixed APR, the lowest rate in years? How about getting up to $500,000 out of your home equity in the process? You can do it now by calling Loan Pronto. Hey, it's Prosper here, and with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can get a ton of cash, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and skip up to 2 house payments. One homeowner just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Wiped out their credit cards and 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. So don't wait. No hard credit pull up front, and you probably won't even need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Act now. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Start the new year by wiping out your high-interest debt. 904-999-1508. And you can see how much cash you can get today. That's loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, APR for well-qualified buyers. Visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Like many football fans in Jacksonville, I love defense. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett, and I'm here to tell you that defense in the courtroom is important as well. That's because penalties for DUI are much more serious than penalties on the gridiron. If you or someone you know is facing a DUI, call us for a free case analysis now. Know before you blow 858-9818. Put my more than 20 years of experience to work for you. Office is Jacksonville, serving all surrounding counties. Call 858-9818 or go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com.
Look around and we know you've got options for gasoline, but those other places, they're not in the business of more. At Shell, that's what you get every day. Members get more rewards, more savings, more special offers. You'll even get 10 cents per gallon off of your first fill when you sign up and save on every fill after that. Choose to get more and more with every drive. Join the Shell Fuel Rewards program today at fuelrewards.com. Offer valid at participating Shell locations. Offer must be redeemed within 60 days of registration. Limit 20 gallons. Restrictions apply. Visit fuelrewards.com for more information.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
All right, my takeaway is I like the psyche of this team right now. I like that they're angry, upset, pissed off. I like that it's me against the world type of format. I really do. I like the fact that they play angry and mad and mean and don't care about nobody. I do. I hope they keep it up. No new friends. We don't need no new friends.
No new friends.
No new friends.
I like that.
I don't like.
I like that a lot.
No new friends. Keep that same energy. I'm telling you, it's going to take you a long way in the playoffs. Trust me.
But do they have that? Do you think they have that right now?
I do. because the way they're taking care of business. I don't even want to say the Denver's game is a benchmark, but they win this game. They go into Denver and beat the Broncos, and then the Colts, and finish with the Titans. Yeah. That's where we headed. I think that's where we headed.
So I think it's you win this game, you're going to go to 10-4, but it's still going to be about it's Brady Cook playing.
Mm-hmm.
What do you expect from that team? Nobody's going to talk about this team. You go in there to Denver a few days before Christmas, win that game. Then all of a sudden, suddenly, the eyes are going to start lighting up about this franchise. And then, like you said, you've got the Colts on the road against possibly 50-year-old Phillip Rivers. He's not 50, but he's an old man.
Yeah.
Possibly Phillip Rivers playing quarterback for them.
Mm-hmm.
Or Riley Leonard again.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a dub. Coming home for Tennessee at home, that's a dub. And what I said 3 weeks ago, I think it was, that the rest of the schedule looks very manageable. I mean, then you're looking at a team that legit, bro, you're talking about that's a 13-win team right there.
13-4 team, yeah.
That's a team that went from 4-13 to 13-4.
Totally flipped. 4-13, 13-4.
And they're not, and that is not. They're not that far away from that. They're not. Because the Broncos, if you watch the Broncos play, they're a solid team.
Yeah.
Right? They're solid. They're not like, whoa. The Patriots, solid team. Right?
Yeah.
They're not at, whoa, Patriots. Is there anybody in the AFC right now that worries you?
No one's daunting. No. And if you throw in those two games, Cincinnati and the Texans, You're talking about a 15-2 team, bro. Just think about that. Just let that simmer for a minute. Let that simmer.
Yeah. That would be yeah. I mean, you could also say there were a couple of games that we should have lost.
Absolutely, you're right. It kind of balances itself.
They're probably right about where they should be.
Yeah.
And they're getting some breaks with some injuries, other teams' injuries. But everybody has injuries, man.
True.
And every season gets breaks. Every team, every championship team along the way, I don't care what level of football you're talking about, gets breaks.
You got to be able to micromanage.
Yes.
Yes, and this organization, this coaching staff is doing a phenomenal job. I mean, over the last 3 weeks, we've had wide receivers, defensive tackles, DBs, slots. We had all kind of guys go down. Next man up.
Significant injuries, too.
Yes.
You're talking about to your left tackle,
yes,
to your leading receiver, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like they're to maybe your best playmaker on both sides of the ball. We don't even talk about that. They've done all this without Travis Hunter.
Yeah, without the
guy you mortgaged the future for.
True.
Think about that. They mortgaged their future for that cat, and they've done all of this. They are a completely better team without him. Now imagine what he's like if he gets better, if he gets healthy and he's a little motivated because he sees this. Now imagine what it could be next season with him.
He's got to be totally frustrated. Not that the team's success.
But that he's not part of it.
That he's not part of it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
All right. We need to go to break. We'll come back on the other side and wrap this thing up. It's XLP.
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. If you've been wanting to upgrade your outdoor living space and just haven't pulled the trigger, you should call the experts at Lifetime Enclosures right now. From glass lanais to screened-in enclosures, Lifetime Enclosures and Flooring is the best in the business. Spring will be here before we know it. So give them a call today and upgrade that area that needs it the most. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Tell them Prosser sent you.
The new Ackerman Cancer Center is now open at World Golf Village, providing state-of-the-art screenings and diagnostic exams with no referral required. Same-day appointments are available. Call today or visit AckermanCancerCenter.com.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Thinking here, this holiday, skip the gift that gets returned. I got a better idea. Give a custom pool from Surfside Pool. It's the ultimate present. Memories, relaxation, and instant hero status. Surfside Pools handles new builds, custom designs, heating, and weekly maintenance, so you get all the credit. Warning, may cause excessive smiles and backyard envy. Save the holidays, turn your backyard into paradise. Visit surfsidepools.net or call 246-2666. Float happy, gift responsibly. License number CPC 044080.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey Jacksonville, Lauren Brooks here for Big Chief Tires. If you need new tires, Big Chief has affordable options to fit every budget and every vehicle. Their team of experts will help you find the right tires and make sure they're installed quickly so you can get back on the road. But don't wait. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your appointment and explore their great tire deals. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Do you want to grow your career with a company that's committed to growing with you? Florida Home AC has aggressive plans to double their workforce, and they're looking for determined, resourceful people with initiative. Just log on to floridahomeac.com/careers to find out more.
Need some extra cash for the holidays? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jack's Beach is always looking to buy guns, guitars, surfboards, tools, and you know it, gold. Get cash today at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jack's Beach.
I know it's football season, but I know you love basketball too. And youth sports are always in season at the First Coast YMCA. Registration is now open for winter basketball at the Y. Today, more than ever, our kids need to experience the joy of being a kid while also learning the importance of teamwork, respect, and healthy living. At the Y, we're providing a safe, clean, fun environment with an exciting youth basketball league. Learn more at fcymca.org.
This holiday season, sending a floral arrangement from Kuhn Flowers is a classy move, no matter who it's for. This is Frank Frangie. Kuhn Flowers is the most respected name in the floral business. Find out why when you go to kuhnflowers.com and order an arrangement today.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
All right, we're back here on XLP at the Golf Club of South Hapton for the annual Toys for Tots tournament. Again, come on by. You don't have to play in the tournament to put your money down on some of these auction items. And there's some sweet auction items here. Nice Christmas gifts. No doubt about it. Or just, you know what, if you're feeling a little selfish, yeah, put the money down on yourself, man. Why not? It's a great cause. All right, I want to make a point real quick because I think it's kind of getting lost right now with the seeding thing. Mm-hmm. This isn't about getting like the highest seed of the 4 seed. You know, making sure you're at the 4 seed, and no one else behind you. This is literally trying. If you win out, which you can do, there's no doubt about it. If you win out, and the Broncos lose one more game, because the Broncos have to play the Packers this week at home, the Jags at home, at the Chiefs, and then the Chargers. Mm-hmm. So you're looking at 3 of the 4 games they play to finish the season are against playoff teams. 3 of the 4. If you beat them and they lose another game, you move to that 2 spot. And here's why it's critical. Because while the Patriots are at the 1, the Patriots are beatable. The Patriots have been the benefactor of a very fortunate schedule.
Yes, they have.
The Patriots could easily lose their playoff game, their first playoff game. They lose the first playoff game, you win the first playoff game, and the second playoff game, you got the AFC Championship right here. Right here. That's why that number 2 spot is so important. Especially now because you have no idea what the Patriots are going to do. No idea. They're a young team with a quarterback who's never played in a playoff game. Mm-hmm. They'll have a week off, so they'll be rusty, right?
Yeah.
Then they're going to come in and they're going to play a really good team wherever they're playing, who's going to be desperate because it's the playoffs.
They might play the Texans.
And it's the divisional round. They might play the Texans, who's a dangerous team, right? That's how important it is for them to go out to Denver and win that game. Because if you can go out to Denver and win that game and they lose one of those other 2 games against playoff teams, you have set yourself up to be in position to watch the Patriots stumble and you host the AFC Championship game, which could be against those hated Texans too.
That would be sweet.
Oh my gosh. Are we rolling right now, JJ? Like, are you, like, you know, a month from now, are we going to be looking at this exact scenario and saying, wait, we were talking about this that one afternoon in St. Augustine.
These 2 wise men.
Isn't it funny how, like, Leon and I get together and we'll just start playing out these scenarios.
Yeah.
But it's not that far-fetched, man.
It's not at all. No.
I mean, you're talking about a 1 seed that is really not your typical 1 seed.
They're not.
It's not like it's the Rams or it's the Chiefs of old. This is a team that's been very fortunate to get where they are schedule-wise. They're playing really well. There's no doubt about it, okay? You're talking about a quarterback who's he's a second-year guy, second-year quarterback who's never played in a playoff game, never had that kind of pressure. They'll have a week off, so they're going to be a little rusty. They're going to get a hot team rolling in there. There's no doubt about that, right? What happens then?
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Yes, that's kind of my whole point is, like, just keep playing because you never know what's going to happen outside you. That's why I keep saying 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. And I know I'm not using that 1-0 strategy by looking ahead like that, but that's the reality of the situation.
It could be.
If you just keep playing, you keep winning, you could put yourself in position to host the AFC Championship game, which would just be phenomenal if you get a break and the Patriots lose a game in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Which, again, I don't think anybody wants any part of the Texans in the playoffs.
AFC Championship game without the rap song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be a hell of a lot of fun, man. That would be a hell of a lot of fun. All right, speaking of fun, we had a lot of fun here today at Golf Club of South Hapton for the annual Toys for Tots golf tournament. Joe C., Matt Hayes, Leon Cersei. Joe's out there knocking the ball around for a great cause. Again, a lot of good stuff here. Come on by. Put your name in for some of these great prizes. You do not have to be playing this tournament to get some of these prizes. Again, a Christmas present, a birthday present, or just a present for yourself because you're feeling good. All right, let's do some crosstalk.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Tommy Mack here with Helmets and Heels. Tommy, Leon and I are talking about this scenario here. I want to get your thoughts on it, okay?
Okay.
The Patriots, a team that's been very fortunate schedule-wise. All right, they're in the playoff. They've got a second-year quarterback who's playing really well but has never played in a playoff game, right?
Yep.
They got a week off. They'll be a little rusty. They're going to get a hot team rolling into Foxborough, maybe even the Texans. This team just keeps winning and puts itself at number 2 because you've beaten the Broncos. And the Broncos lose another game to 2 other teams that are going to be in the playoff at some point in the regular season. You move to the 2 seed. All you need then is an upset in the division round to a Patriots team that, you know, hasn't been in this situation before, this type of team. Then you got a chance to be hosting the AFC Championship game, Tommy.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, listen, first of all, it's a lot to get into, but Vrabel, I think, is going to keep them on a good track. You know, he's kind of a veteran-type guy, done it before. He's played for the Patriots, of course, wins Super Bowls. You know, Drake May, he should be able to keep him on a good level, you know, headed type thing. Look, all I care about is our Jags taking care of business. You know what I mean? Right. And I'll tell you this. New England don't want to play Houston. They might not want to play us, but I don't think a lot of teams are going to want to play Houston right off the bat, especially against the defense and especially if they have a bye week, because that could cause some problems. So it'll be interesting how it all goes down. I love the way the NFL schedules the end of the seasons, man, with all these big division games that mean a lot. They got a lot on the line. It's absolutely fantastic. Of course, we'll be talking about that and more on Helmets and Heels. We've got Aaron Killabees in the house, Jimmy Smooth, Jimmy Smith, Jay Smooth is in the house, going to give away a couple tickets. And after the show, we're going to be filming Lauren and Taylor in a little workout that Tommy Mack's going to put them through because I won the picks in the last month. So here we go. We're going to see what kind of athletes I'm dealing with, fellas. Yeah.
What kind of workouts are we talking about?
Yeah, a little combine, little catching the football, little shuffling, little sprinting, maybe touching the line and coming back, that kind of stuff. We'll see what we got.
Nice. Well done, Tommy.
All right, fellas. Have a good one.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
All right, that's Helmets and Heels coming up from 2 to 4. Then we got, of course, the Brandy Show 4 to 6. We got Blue, we got Hacker, and we got a giveaway. Is that not right, JJ?
We do. To end the show, if you are calling for right now, I got a bottle of Brackish vodka and a Cardinal Christmas tree from Jacksonville's Flower Market. For more great gift ideas to the 1010XL Holiday Gift Guide, go to 1010XL.com. And be caller number 4 right now, 641-1010.
All right, for Leon Searcy, for Josie, I'm Matt Hayes. Keep it here. You got Helmets and Heels next.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford. Flipping flapjacks and football on your game day.
I smell bacon.
On the Terminix Kickoff Show. Live from Tailgaters Parking. Presented by Campione Law and American Electrical Contracting. 5 hours before kickoff on 1010XL.
I'm Chris Campione. Veterans have given so much in the